What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And at this point, I'm sure you've seen plenty of videos ranking fast food places, so I think you guys pretty much know how this works. So without wasting any time, let's just get this thing started. And today I'm gonna have Oranginal Content here.
Hey.
And he's gonna be helping me rank these food places, and we're just gonna see what we come up with. So yeah.
All right. So we're gonna actually tell about our or discuss our experiences at these places, these establishments. Right.
C. I'm just joking, but
Alrighty.
yeah, C. Yes. We will be doing that. And
Alrighty.
let me pull up the places actually, because
I'm very interested to know. I'm very excited to figure out what stores he has on his list, because I don't even know what's on the list. I think it's just a normal stores I guess most of us have gone to.
Okay, so we're gonna start out with Five Guys,
Okay.
and you can start out.
All right. Well, I've been to Five Guys probably. I would have to say 3 times in my entire life. One time in New York, and twice in my little town in South Carolina. So yeah, we went to Five Guys out here in North Carolina, and there was one in the mall that I live near, and I can remember an experience where I placed an order on one of the bacon patty burgers. I can't remember exactly what the name of the burger was called, but first off, the lady who cashed me up, who took my money, first off, she didn't give me all my change. I looked at the receipt, and I also looked at the money that I was given back, and I paid with a $20 bill, by the way. And I think the lady was off by $10 or something something like that, and yeah, it was pretty bad. And I was like,
that is a lot.
I was like, and there was a long line behind me too, and I guess she kind of assumed that I wasn't gonna count my change. But guys, if you're out there and you place an order, make sure you look at your receipt and also look at your change, because people may be doing some crazy stuff. And you might not catch it if you're in a drive-thru or something. But we were actually inside the mall when this happened, and also by the time my food was done and I was looking at it, I sat down and was ready to start munching on it, I noticed that there was no bacon on my burger, and it's a bacon burger.
Oh, wow.
How do you mess that up? And there was also I think I asked for no mushrooms, and they put a whole bunch of stuff on there that I did not want. And so I walked back up there, and I asked them, hey, I asked for a bacon burger, and they were very agitated and very upset. And they gave me an attitude, and they also said, one of the ladies was like, so do you want us to just put bacon on it? Do you want us to make you another burger? And I was like, just give me the bacon. I'll take the bacon. I was very cordial with them, I was very respectful. But just based on that experience alone, I've had other great experiences there, but I would have to rate it based on that. I'm gonna rate all of these restaurants on the worst performance I've ever had at each of these establishments. That's how I'm gonna rate this, because that is the lowest denominator in my scoring process.
Well, I'm gonna have to go. I won't be doing that, guys, but at least we know how he's rating them from now on, because
yeah.
I mean, it depends, if I've been to a place 20 times, I'm not gonna go by the lowest time. It's I've been there 20 times.
You gotta balance it out.
The other 19 were good, and then one was bad.
If the food, which is the pro, outweighs the cons, then obviously.
Now there's one of them I know that I'm gonna go with the lowest one. Now we're gonna go with the lowest one on one of these, but
okay.
That's simply because of a mystery item, which you'll have to watch more of the video to find out. But
well, let me go ahead and give them my rating
Five
for
Guys.
the Five Guys.
So
I would rate them. You're gonna laugh at me when I say this, but in the B category.
In the B category.
I will tell you why. Yeah, let me explain. Because the food wasn't bad. It was good. I didn't ask for mushrooms, but the mushrooms were actually pretty good. The fries were great. They gave me a big box of fries, and like I said, the food is expensive, so it's you get what you pay for. You get a lot of burger.
You get a lot of French fries. Yeah. I know that. I've not had their burgers, but I have had the French fries.
Yeah, but the last time I went to those Five Guys, they were skimpy on the fries. I don't know what they did, but it wasn't like the first time I had, or the second time I had Five Guys. But like I said, the food kind of, it made up for the bad elements of that experience. But still, I'm giving it a B because of the experience, the atmosphere. And a lot of people, I'm sure in the comments, are going to bag us about that. But that's just my opinion. That's my experience that I had there. And we're going to continue on with the list. Or, excuse me, go ahead and talk about your experience at Five Guys.
Well, I can't disagree with the B ranking. I don't have as much to go off of with you. You had an interesting story, so I'm gonna go with the B. The French fries are great. I think you can order like a
Dude,
large
that's still
order.
in the A category.
A large, yeah. I'm trying to move this,
Oh,
just
okay.
this. Okay, there it goes. All right.
Yeah, you don't want to confuse the audience there.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I got this right here. Okay, B. Let's go with like C plus, cause I don't know about the burgers.
Yeah. I was
But
being
I know the
generous
French
because
fry-
I
they
had
give
a
you a lot of
feeling.
French
I
fries,
really wanted
but,
to give it a C, but I had a feeling you were gonna be like,
Let's just put it
dude,
somewhere in
really?
between, like right there. That's good, right there.
Okay.
And let me see here.
I was thinking we wouldn't.
Okay,
be,
so the next place is gonna be.
Well, hold on a sec. I was thinking we weren't gonna be having an issue because he was playing I keep wanting to say NPR. He was playing PBS, but now it's what do you call it? The Matrix, and I'm sure YouTube's ID content thing can easily pick up on the.
Well,
the audio.
well, right now I'm not getting monetized, so it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
All right.
I saw somebody else do a podcast recently where there's buses in the background, there's birds chirping, and this was a professional podcast. I'm assuming they got to interview a professional athlete, and they had like buses driving by,
Oh, okay.
people talking in the background. I was like, okay, I guess this is a podcast if you say so,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not gonna try to stick to this quality, but we're gonna go with it.
All right. By the way, just to remain unbiased here, I'm eating a donut from Walmart, the Great Value brand, and
Well, I don't think the bakery has Great Value brand, but
oops.
it might just be Walmart bakery or something like that.
Yeah, we have some donut shop on this list, or maybe 2 or 3. So yeah,
we're gonna possibly get to that. But next thing on the list. Okay, so I have to talk about this, guys. So you guys probably know who H3 is, and they have a podcast that they do, and they were ranking these food places, and they decided to put Domino's Pizza as like a C, I think, or a B. Either way, that's too high in my opinion. They decided to put Pizza Hut as a D. Now, call me crazy, but last time I checked, Domino's Pizza was actually cardboard sometimes. Now, it gives you food when you need it. I love it. Sometimes. I like the thin crust pizza from there. That's good, but the garlicky crust like pizza that they make, I don't like it. It just tastes like knockoff Papa John's. Like, but I don't know. How do you feel about
I have to give my
Domino's
experience
Pizza.
because we're talking about Domino's here, right?
Yeah, Domino's.
Okay,
Yeah.
strictly Domino's. I had Domino's recently, and I when I think of Domino's, I think of small pizzas, like just really, really small, not big. When you think of Papa John's, you think, oh yeah, you're getting plenty of pizza for what you're paying for. But Domino's, I'm thinking really small, really paper thin, cardboard tasting pizzas. Now, I remember when YouTube was like, it was becoming a big platform, and there was these Domino's commercials that they were running where Domino's was changing their formula. They were changing their recipe. They were really excited to get this information out. It's like whoever they hired for their advertising, whoever their advertising agency was at that time, they were really pushing this whole we're changing the formula, changing the recipe agenda.
Yeah,
And they were trying
when they were
to
switching
hammer
to the
that
garlic
down.
crust. I remember that.
They were hammering that down the viewers' throats, and I think a lot of people were jumping on the bandwagon like, this is a crappy pizza place. And I didn't even know Domino's was really that bad until they made it sound like the company was that bad. So They kind of
Oh, man.
it was a sour taste in my mouth because I always thought that Domino's was a pretty aight place, but come to find out they didn't even think they were all right to begin with. Themselves, they didn't even have faith in themselves to think that they were a good pizza chain, which that's just me looking back on it now. It could have been.
Wait, so you're saying that
They had a whole ad or I almost said
they had
ad
an ad saying that they had better ingredients and better crust now. So you're saying that makes you think that before they didn't believe in it.
They didn't believe in
Okay,
it.
I
They
got
didn't.
you, I
They
got you.
what they did was they said, "Yeah, we heard your." They were listening to their customers' complaints or whatever, and I didn't even know they had complaints about their pizza. I thought the pizza was okay because I used to eat it. I didn't eat it every day, or I didn't eat it like each week, but I had it occasionally.
Yeah.
Unlike now, I rarely go to Domino's.
Well, I don't even remember what Domino's tasted like before the garlic crust change that
Same.
they made. Like I can't remember that far back.
Papa
Always-
John's, of course. I can imagine that the pizza in my mouth right now. Like Domino's, it's
Yeah,
like
because Papa John's is like, we're gonna get to that later. Papa John's is quality. Like they say, better ingredients,
Oh, yeah.
better pizza. Papa John's.
oh yeah.
But it might not be a S or a A, so it could be a F. Find out next time. But it's definitely better than Domino's. I'll spoil that because I do not like Domino's very much. I would give Domino's an E plus, right in between an E and a D. Or how do you feel about that?
I mean, the last time I had their pizza, it was all right.
So
it was pretty good.
We can give it a D.
I'd say a D.
D plus maybe.
Again, I'm basing this off of that whole YouTube thing that went on back in, I believe, 2010, 2011, or 2009 or whatever. I can't remember the exact year, but you guys can look it up. They probably removed all the videos from now because that's usually what companies do now.
Okay, I got you.
I remember watching this Chevy ad. It was like an apocalyptic Chevy. I think I showed you last time. Where the
Apocalyptic.
dude's driving a Chevy truck, and then they got boxes of Twinkies like falling from the sky. But it was just
Might
it was
have seen
so
that before.
weird in Omnibus the way they portrayed the apocalypse in this commercial that's meant to sell trucks. And this was a Super Bowl ad, and it was wiped off the internet, but there was some guys that re-uploaded it. So all I'm saying is, if you try to look for ads from way back when, the company that you think would still have it up, they're probably gone, and the company probably removed the ad. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm okay with that rating.
Like a D plus. All right. And next up, we're gonna go to Little Caesars. So how you feel
You
about
didn't have
Little
to do
Caesars?
that one next, but okay. I am always going to Little Caesars. Okay. I started going to Little Caesars when they opened one up right near my house. I didn't think much about Little Caesars. Excuse me. We used to have a what was it? A big Kmart where we live, and it actually had a Little Caesars inside. And I always saw the logo. I saw the caveman with the pizza slice or whatever, and I didn't really think too much of it. Like, it was there in the corner of Kmart. Like, who goes there? Who
Yeah,
goes in
the
the
corner of
Kmart and goes to Little
Kmart.
Caesars?
Yeah,
I never did. And I didn't even know what their prices were. I didn't know, the prices were that good. But then I started seeing back in, I think, 2014, 2015, when they built the Little Caesars near my house. I remember seeing ads on the TV saying $5 pizzas, pepperoni pizzas. And one day, it was like, hey, we're going to go check this out. We're going to see how this pizza tastes. And, like, it was not bad. For a $5 pizza, you're getting good value, and it's hot and ready, and it's right there. It's not like you're waiting in line at
Well, I'd have to agree with you on that. It's already ready. It's already like warm. It's
It doesn't taste like cardboard.
it's possibly better than Domino's. I don't know if it's better, but
yeah.
in my opinion, like it might be like 0.09% better than Domino's. So I could squeeze
I
it
sometimes
like a
wonder
little bit.
how are they able to, pay for all the workers that are in. Because have you looked inside a Little Caesars? Have you actually walked inside the building? And I don't mean like I don't think any Little Caesars restaurant actually has a walk in and sit down.
Okay, say that I wondered one more time.
Have you ever wondered like how they
pay
have so many people out there or inside the building cooking and how are they able to pay for all those employees if they're charging $5 a pizza?
Yeah, I mean,
How is
I
that
think
possible?
that's a good question.
Or
But,
maybe
yeah,
the price or the cost to making a pizza is so low that they're able to
well, I mean,
charge that price.
I think that's a good segue into. So, what would you give it? 'Cause I think that would be a good segue
I would
into
have to
something
say
else.
because of the value, maybe between an A and a B.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
I've had nothing but great
Whoa.
experiences.
Whoa.
I've
A?
had nothing. Yeah,
An A.
I've had nothing but
I
great
didn't think
experiences.
we
at
would
Little
vary
Caesars.
this much
I'm telling
on
you.
that one.
And on top of that, the one near our house got robbed a few weeks ago. So I want to also bump them up because obviously I feel my heart goes out to them. I hope they
Well, how about
recover
this,
from that
guys?
experience.
We're going to.
But they're making bank if somebody's robbing.
We're gonna put a
Caesars.
little. We're gonna put a little white line next to this one, and in the text box we're here. We're gonna put. We need to make this a little bit bigger, but we're gonna put a T, and that's gonna be for how I feel about them, and then I'm gonna pull up another one up here. I'm gonna copy it up here as DJ Khaled would say, or whatever you say, another one. And we're going to move this one up here to the top. That is gonna be an A from Oranginal Content. And I'm going to
See, that's why I initially said, "Are you sure you want to do that one next? Because you're gonna be surprised at what I'm gonna
Yeah,
rate
I'm
it."
very surprised,
I'm telling
actually.
you, I'm rating based on lowest experience I've had there, and also on the best experience.
And I'm gonna put this little
if
orange
it balances
dot
each other
next
out,
to-
that's gonna be my rating.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion. I can't say anything negative
Hey,
about
the
it.
pizza's
but,
cheap. It's not. It doesn't taste like crap. I've never had a horrible pizza from Little
I
Caesars.
can't say it's horrible though. I would say like
I'm telling you now, I've never
it's somewhere
had
between
a
below
horrible experience
average
at Little Caesars.
and it's somewhere between below average and average for me.
I'm telling you now,
It could
I've
be
had a
high
horrible
average.
experience.
It could be close to above average for me.
Uh-huh.
But I've only had above average pizza from Little Caesars, maybe 2 times, I think. Because I have had Little Caesars pizza where it's been cold, and it's like,
Really?
I mean, I'll still eat it though because it was only $5, and but I've had cold Little Caesars pizza that was like straight from the drive-thru. So that's the only reason I
Crazy.
can't give them a B or an A.
Huh.
Now you seem like you've had a completely different experience
I've
where
had nothing but great experiences at Little Caesars.
you've had nothing but great experiences.
Pizzas were great.
But
okay,
you've probably
there was
had nothing but great.
There's this one problem. There was this one situation where I believe they handed us the wrong pizza. It was when they came out with the pretzel. Was it they had hot dogs inside the crust or whatever?
Oh, okay.
And we were parked because they I guess they were backed up and they were really trying to get these pizzas out the window. And so a lady walked out and she was like, "I think we gave you the wrong pizza," and we were like, I told my mom, "Hey, don't hand it back. Like let's hold on to it."
Let's just keep it in the
And
car. I know.
she willingly just gave the boxes back to the lady, and we were like, "Okay, yeah, I guess it was the wrong ones." But those were actually more expensive than the ones that we got. And I really wanted to try those, but I didn't really want to spend like $8 or $9, however much it was to get those pizzas. But
I actually didn't know they had pretzel pizzas there.
yeah, it was pretzels or hot dogs or whatever. It was some weird stuff, but it was interesting. I wanted to try it, but I don't think they sell it anymore. But that was that experience. I can't say anything bad about that. I mean, that was our messing up because the person actually walked out and made sure our order was right. So they corrected themselves. So I'm still gonna give them an A. You know, it's not an S. Their food isn't like off the charts, amazingly good, but it's still better than expected. And I've had nothing but great experiences every time.
Well, I can't fault you on that one. But speaking of, how do they pay their employees, and how do they make a profit with those particular prices? I want to talk about Taco Bell. So Taco Bell, I've wondered that many times. I have to believe that they're cutting I have to believe that they're cutting corners somewhere, because I remember in high school for me, they had like a 79-cent burrito. Now, this burrito was supposedly chicken. I don't know how it would be possible to have a chicken burrito for 79 cents. And the tomatoes, lettuce, and chicken all be real.
How much chicken was on it?
It was pretty hefty, hefty burrito, I believe.
Was it a limited time offer, like, item, or?
I wonder if we pull this up right now, and I'm gonna block this out obviously in the final edit. But Taco Bell 79-cent burrito or something like that.
I would eat that every day. That means I would only have to spend 365 or okay.
No, 89 cents. So yes, it was a queso bean burrito, a veggie tostada, a flaming hot Fritos taco. Now all these things are under $1, and there's even stuff with meat in it at Taco Bell. That's a little bit over $1. So my question is, how are they able to have real tacos or real burrito wraps or tortilla wraps? Real
Come on,
meat.
man! It's economic specialization in producing a product. When you have so much inventory and so much
Yeah, I mean, they could
material
be getting...
or ingredients or whatever in your facility. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be able to charge less because you're producing so much, and there's a lot of supply. And,
now,
there's plenty of demand.
I'm just gonna say this. I get where you're coming from with that, but I feel like there's a limit to the quality you can have when you have these these prices and these restrictions.
Hey, I mean, we can make the same argument with McDonald's. Like, how are we able to put a lot of that stuff on the dollar menu?
You beat me to it because we haven't made it to McDonald's yet.
You're right. So let's go ahead and stick to Taco Bell.
We can make that same argument with McDonald's.
I believe
for Taco Bell.
We're 23 minutes in.
Oh my! So guys, I don't know if this is gonna get edited or not. I might edit the audio and make sure it's a podcast, but it might just be one image or one little loop, guys, and then we're gonna stick with that possibly. I don't know. It depends on how much work this is. But anyway, let's get back to it. Taco Bell is, for me, I've only had it like, I'd have to say 5 times. 5 times. It wasn't nasty. But I just wondered if I was eating like ground up cockroaches.
You've only had Taco Bell 5 times?
Yeah, I never ate it. I ate it 5 times in high school.
5 times?
I'd have to. It might have been less than 5
life?
times. Yes, I've had McDonald's more than 5 times. I've never had Taco Bell more than 5 times.
Wow. That is amazing.
And I think that's because I'm not a big fan of Mexican food. So why would I be a big fan of lower quality Mexican food?
It's like saying to somebody on the West Coast, like, how many times have you eaten at Del Taco? Asking an East Coast person, how many times have you eaten at a Del Taco? And they said none, or never, or an In-N-Out or whatever. It's like,
yeah. You mean asking a West Coast person? How many times have you eaten at
a West Coast person asking an East Coast person?
Okay, I got you.
It's a regional thing. Anyway, did you give a rating yet? I'm sorry,
Taco Bell, I'd have to say,
I was still surprised by how many times
it tastes good, but
wow.
Deep down, I feel like I'm either eating cloned. I'm sorry about that, guys.
It's 3:00 in the morning.
But deep down, guys, I feel like I'm either eating like ground up clones, like sheep meat or something, or like ground up cockroaches, or like some really handicapped chickens or something that they got a really good deal on.
Like,
so I'm gonna
very detailed.
I'm gonna put Taco Bell. I'll just give it like a C+. I mean, it's not nasty.
That's very I guess really higher than I expected. I was listening to something else, but I'm kind of stepping back on that. Now, I have to rate this company as hey, they got value. I wish they had more for what they're asking for. their prices. I know you're complaining about their 89-cent burrito. I think a lot of their stuff on their menu is way, way, way too expensive. Like their quesadillas. I love their chicken quesadillas. But, and also another thing, it comes with a consistency. Whenever I get a burrito, or, I'm sorry, not a burrito, but whenever I get a soft taco or a quesadilla or a taquito or anything on that menu, it's always going to vary. The amount of meat that they put on there, the amount of sauce that they put on there, amount of cheese, all of that is always, it's never consistent. If they had a machine that, spits out like, what, I don't know, like 10 grams of chicken or whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, it's very precise.
Yeah, if they had it consistency down, like I would assume McDonald's does, they would be so much better at making better food, because I would be like, I know I'm gonna get me a jam-packed quesadilla this time. It's not gonna be some skimpy meat like 2 chickens on at a corner.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait and save that for like the last bite.
Like, wait, I gotta like calculate which bites are gonna be what.
Exactly. I thought I was the only one person that does that, but no, a lot of people do apparently. And so I hate that about Taco Bell. But I'm telling you now, the value there. I mean, I love the food. And I don't understand why people think that Taco Bell is like the utopia for the restroom. Like it is not. It is not an Oval Office provider, or it's not something that wants or makes you want to go to the restroom. At least for me. Now, if we're talking about some place that makes you gotta go, I'm talking about Burger King, and this just started happening too. Maybe it was just this one isolated situation.
Did you get the spicy
King.
nuggets?
No,
or
it wasn't spicy nuggets.
Chicken sandwich?
We'll get to Burger King later, but let me get back to Taco Bell here. Taco Bell, their food is great. It's just they need to work on pricing, they need to work on consistency, and they also need to work on bringing back some old items. And I don't know if anybody in the audience caught this, but I brought up taquitos. If they bring taquitos back, the steak taquitos with the sour cream and all the other sauces, I would be jumping off the walls. They need to do that. They really need to make that happen. But if you're a college student, you're broke or whatever, and you're an 89-cent burrito, I hear what you're saying.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not saying
kind of
if
upset by the cheapness and the way you're who knows where the meat's coming from. I understand, but who knows where any of the meat is coming from on this entire list? I don't even know where the meat's coming from Five Guys. I mean, they might have disclosed that, but who knows? Little Caesars, they're charging $5 per pizza. Where are they getting the pepperoni from? Who knows? Where are they getting the cheese from?
True.
Where are they getting the butter from? Who knows? It might all be synthetic plastic. I don't know. I'm joking.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to give Taco Bell here maybe a B or C because of consistency. And in terms of bad experiences at Taco Bell, at the top of my head, I really can't think of a bad experience right now. And if I really did have one, like I would remember it like vividly. But right now, I just can't really think of a bad experience. I'm sure they've kind of messed up my order a few times, but it's nothing to get all worked up about. They've made it right. I haven't had any problems. Nobody tried hackling me or anything. So I'm gonna have to follow you with that grading.
So C+? C+ for Taco Bell?
C+.
Okay, all right, that's good. So next up, okay, we're moving very slow, man.
Yeah, we are.
We're 30 minutes in. This is gonna be a movie.
We hope you guys enjoy this.
Man.
I mean, hopefully you don't edit this. If you don't edit this, that'd be great.
I mean,
I wouldn't edit it.
I might edit out like
I wouldn't edit
where I
anything.
say something again. Like,
oh, okay.
I did say like say this again. I might edit those out. So I might not even edit that out, boys. Like if you're in here and you're listening to this,
yeah, just stick around for the ride.
I promise more edits and crazy stuff in the future if you like this. But
you might want to put that back because isn't it recording just this part?
It's recording everything. Right?
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So next up, I feel like we should do someplace that's supposedly better quality. So, I'm gonna do Dairy Queen. So Dairy Queen. Can they hear it? I can't tell how loud I am. Okay. So Dairy Queen, I would have to say, just for the blizzards alone, a Oreo blizzard or cookie dough blizzard from Dairy Queen is perfection. I would have to say that I love those two things from Dairy Queen. And just for that alone, I'd have to give Dairy Queen a C. Now, on top of that, they also do have decent food. So if you want to get like a random burger or something, I believe they have burgers, or a random tray of chicken tenders, you can get that too there. So for the variety, and also for having one or two things that are great, I'd have to give Dairy Queen like a solid B.
All
So
right.
how would you feel about that?
It's actually a pretty good rating because I've had my fair share of DQ ice cream and almost I stick usually with the same product. I don't really touch any of their food products in terms of like the burgers and stuff. I've never had any want for any of their food like that, but and so I can't really rate them on their food. All right, so I'm just rating them strictly on the ice cream that they produce, or the I don't know if it's called short serve,
Soft serve.
soft serve,
Soft
okay.
serve.
Short serve. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a McDonald's thing. I don't know. But anyway, I do not disagree with your rating because the ice cream is really great. I personally always get the cheese quake. That's what they call it. The cheese quake blizzard.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing.
I know what you're talking about.
It
I know
has
what you're talking
it has cheesecake bits in it, bites. It's just like kind of like what we have at Cookout. Now is Cookout on that list? I guess that's what we forgot to
No,
put on
actually, it's not on the list.
Okay, we
You
need
want
to
to
put
add that on there?
Yeah, at some point.
Cookout.
But as he's adding that, we're gonna go ahead and continue talking about this. But the cheese quake, it's so good, and every time I order it, DQ, at least the one that I go to near my house, because they built a brand new one, they always fill the cup up to the top. They're not skimpy like most places.
That's true. That is
they
true.
give you what you want, and I'm telling you, sometimes they're even nice enough. If it's like almost closing, they'll give you the biggest one, and they'll charge you just for the small. That's awesome. They probably don't do that everywhere, but if you're working with the person that owns the joint, hey, he's gonna hook you up, or she's gonna hook you up. So, again, I'm just flabbergasted by their ice cream. But again, I can't speak for their food. So I would have to give them a solid B with that. So
All right.
do you
well,
agree?
I agree with that.
All
I
right.
agree. So next up, speaking of people going above and beyond and giving you extra when you aren't asking for it, I want to talk about Chick-fil-A.
Ah, yes.
So
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Let me go ahead and take over from this. I would have given Chick-fil-A an amazing rating because I think a lot of people who've already done this kind of video concept have already touched up on Chick-fil-A and they've given it like an extraordinary rating. But I have to talk about the latest experience I had at a local Chick-fil-A because I was not expecting this at all. Usually when you think of somebody messing up your order, what fast food joints do you typically think of?
I think of McDonald's. I think of Popeyes, especially Popeyes. I think of
Burger King. Yeah.
maybe Burger King.
Yeah, the main players, the big players. But you don't think of Chick-fil-A, at least the people on the East Coast, right?
Not really.
So the last time I went there,
I also
went,
think of Chipotle too. But anyway, I'll let you continue.
but occasionally, there are some slip-ups, and maybe I was the outlier. Who knows? But I placed an order for a market salad. It was actually for somebody that I know. I was trying to buy it for them, and when I got home, I didn't check the salad because I don't normally eat the market salad myself. I usually just get a spicy chicken sandwich. The person looked at the salad. They were like, "This is not a market salad. Apple cider. I asked for a market salad. Apple cider." And so the person was very upset at me. So guess what? Chick-fil-A, you done messed up, okay? You done messed up, and
You didn't goof.
you did it. Yeah, you did a goof, and you made a oopsie. So guess what happened? We had to call the establishment that night. Actually, we couldn't call them that night because they closed. By the time I got home, they closed up, and so we called them the next morning, and they were like, "Okay, we got it. We got you down on the book. We're gonna, the next time you come to our establishment, we'll hook you up." So the next time I go there, which is a few days later because I had a lot of things going on, we went there to Chick-fil-A, and I said, "Hey, lady, I'm here to pick up my free market salad. You guys messed up my order the other day, and I'm here to grab it up, you know? And I also want to purchase a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And so the lady's like, okay, well, just pull up to our next window, please, and we'll take care of you. And I was like, okay, thank you so much, lady. And she was like, you're welcome. So now I pull up to the window.
She said you're welcome.
No,
you already know this is a bad Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
guys. They're supposed to say, my pleasure. Not you're welcome. This is Chick-fil-A. They don't say you're welcome. They say my pleasure.
Is it? I can't remember. I have a dash cam, so they probably. I have the whole transcript on my dash cam. But anyway, regardless, moving up to the front window, there's this guy. It's like I don't know how to describe it. He's like, his face is staring outside of a drive-through window, and he's looking like a robot, and he's staring. His eyes are like fixated on me. All right, and I'm slowly winding my window down. I have my card in my hand, and I'm handing it to him, and he's not taking my card. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I stood there for like 5 seconds. Can you imagine? 5 seconds. That's slowly. 5 seconds go by. 5 seconds going by. Okay, I had to just recreate that situation. Staring at me,
seconds.
Card in hand, and he's like, what? And he says what to me? And I'm like, I was lost for words, you know. I was like, I have to explain myself. Didn't I just place an order? And didn't I just tell the lady that I need a market salad because you guys messed up my order? And the guy's like, what? You know.
Oh, man,
so
that's funny.
I'm thinking in my mind like, okay, I guess I gotta explain this situation. So I tell them, hey, I need a market salad. You know, you guys messed up my order. And I need an apple cider, you know, the sauce, and I also need a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I ordered a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Now, somebody else was in the car with me, and they were interjecting as well, and, you know, it's kind of a little difficult, you know, hearing each other at the same time. But anyway, we talked to the person. The guy didn't know. He still looked kind of confused. And then I said the name Richard. We talked to Richard. And this is not at a particular.
Was his name really Richard?
No, it wasn't Richard.
Oh, I was about to say, did you do that on purpose?
No.
Did you say Richard on purpose?
No.
Guys, I think you guys need to look up something really quickly.
But let me,
it's called what the. Just type in what the blank Richard into YouTube, and you'll get it. You'll get it, guys.
Okay, well, great. We got a little commercial break, but anyway, we were talking to Richard on the phone, and he's like, "We'll square you away." So we referenced Richard, and guess what? And I'm looking at my receipt, and I was like, yeah, we talked to Richard. The name should be in the book. And there's this dude. He's still staring at me at the door. And the guy's like, can you check the book? To some guy in the back. And the guy in the back is looking at the book. And he's like, I don't see it. I don't see it. And we're like, what in the world? And so the guy's still staring at me. And I'm like, I have a receipt here. I have a receipt. And I'm getting a little agitated at this point. All right. It's getting late. And I understand they close on Sunday. And everybody's trying to pack up and leave. But guess what? I want my market salad, okay? I want my market salad.
So
give me my market salad. You guys messed it up.
Span of how many minutes? How many minutes is it?
Okay, so in that situation, between the card, handing the card over, and then the guy looking at the book and all this stuff, and this is even before the manager came over to the window or whatever. I should have just asked for the manager to begin with. But I was there. It was probably like 20 minutes went by at that time. But then it took some time for them to get the order prepared. So I'm there, you know, staring at the window. I'm like looking in because, I feel like I need to, get some payback here because the dude's staring at my car. I'm going to stare inside the drive-through window, right? So I'm looking at everybody working in there, cleaning up, and they're looking out the window like, what is this dude doing? Is he going to rob us or something? No, I'm not going to rob you. But, look, I mean, like, I'm just looking inside the building like, what's going on? Are you guys going to make my salad? What's going on? Are y'all talking about me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody's talking about me. Whatever. But the point is, it took a long time. It took almost 20 minutes for the manager to walk up to the window and say, sir, we're kind of out of the ingredients needed to make your salad. And a lot of the people that were here to make the other stuff for fresh, they kind of already left. So you can come back, not tomorrow, but on Monday to pick up your market salad if you want. And then that's when the person that was riding with me interjected, and they were like, you're telling us we need to come back here 2 days later to pick up our salad? We drove from all the way on the other side of town, and you're telling us we need to come back 2 days later to pick up a salad? And the guy
Yeah, that
probably
doesn't make any
thought about
sense.
the situation and was like, "Oh, this guy is probably I'm probably gonna have a problem if we don't get him his salad." So the dude was like, "Okay, hold on a second, sir." And so he goes in the back somewhere. I don't know what's going on. But I'm like wondering like what happened between that amount of time and when we got the salad. Now the person who ate the salad doesn't know the story, but I do. I was looking out my rearview mirror and I saw the manager guy that I was just speaking with, kind of agitated a little bit. He was walking back out there, behind the dumpster area, same with two other guys. Not sure what they were doing, but they were around the dumpster area. Just saying.
I don't know what this is supposed to mean.
Just saying. Now, when the stores are closing, they kind of have to throw out the food, right? They have to throw out the food that's not necessarily up to par, or I mean, they can't keep it for tomorrow. They can't serve people, food, yesterday's food, right? So they got to make stuff fresh. So my assumption was that maybe the dude was looking for the trash or something. I don't know. But he ended up coming back to the window like, "Hey, sir, we packed you up with a bunch of chicken and a salad and a bunch of food here. So, I want you to feel the weight." Like, he didn't even put it in the bag. He handed me the salad out the window, and he's like, "Hey, here, I want you to hold it." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Can I get a bag, please?" And I said it just like that. I was like, "Can I get a bag?" I didn't want to be rude because I was thinking, was he just gonna hand me it just like this? But he wanted me to hold the weight or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he finally put it in the bag and he was like, "Sir, we are so sorry." Well, I don't even think he said sorry. He just said, I don't even remember what he said, but I think he did apologize. But he was like, "Oh, we're sorry about your experience. Please enjoy," or whatever. And I finally got my chicken sandwich. We actually had to pay for that. You just told me that sometimes, as a courtesy thing, they like to give you a
sometimes
Chick-fil-A.
like if you wait a long time in a line at Chick-fil-A, I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but I'm pretty sure it's a somewhat common thing. They might have stopped doing it, but sometimes you'll be waiting in line at a long time. I said you'll be waiting at a long time, but sometimes you'll be waiting in line and you'll be there waiting for a long time, or you'll mess up your order a few times or twice in a row, and they'll be like, "Okay, I'm sorry, I apologize, sir," or "Ma'am," and they'll give you like a card for a free chicken sandwich or a free salad or something, and that's kind of how you make up for wasting your time. So
you're one of the lucky ones, man.
Maybe somebody watching this.
Regardless, I left out of that place kind of fuming, and I didn't. Now thinking back on it, yeah, I saw that dude walking in the back. Looked like he was going. I mean, I don't know if he went for the trash, but I saw him back near the dumpster. So, who knows? Maybe the dude was a little upset. Maybe, but this is a Chick-fil-A. They're supposed to be Christians, right?
But did you eat this stuff, though?
I didn't eat it.
Nah, okay. I don't know about that, man. I wouldn't have eaten it. I'd be like, "No, thank you. Can I just get a gift card or something?" And I'll come back again tomorrow when I'm dealing with different people, or go to a different Chick-fil-A where I don't have to deal with you again. So, yeah, I wouldn't have taken that food probably. I'd be like, "Can I just get a card for something?"
Well, regardless, based on that experience alone, I have to take that into account because that was my lowest experience at a Chick-fil-A. Every other experience. Okay, I have to take that back because there was this other experience. I'm not going to go into it because it's going to take too long. But regardless, I got a chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich. The thing was as small as just imagine a typical soda can, okay? You know the diameter of a soda can? That's how big my spicy chicken sandwich patty was. Okay.
No, I'd have to say
I'm not talking about the height of the can. I'm talking about the diameter of that soda can, of any soda can that you get on the market, even an energy drink.
No. Well, you don't want to do that. That would be even smaller. Than
It's even smaller.
Okay, like if you said like a Red Bull, that would be even. Well, most of the time, if it's a normal size Red Bull,
it's way too skinnier than that.
It would be even smaller.
Okay,
than
I thought it was the same size.
A soda can.
I don't usually get energy drinks, but yeah, it was the size of a soda can. I was very upset because it only took me like a few bites to finish the burger. I was like, or sandwich. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm going to call Chick-fil-A and get another sandwich. Like, this is not good. I ate the whole sandwich, obviously, because I was hungry. But I didn't have proof to show them, "Hey, you guys messed me up because you didn't give me, like, a big sandwich." But, She understood. The lady understood. But they fixed it. They made the situation right. They gave me what I asked for, and I think it was the spicy chicken deluxe. And it had the lettuce and the tomato and all that other stuff on it. But the sandwich, it was that small, dude. Usually, the chicken extends past the bun. That's what it's supposed to be. But it's not.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't that
It sounded
big.
like you had a rare bad experience at
So,
Chick-fil-A.
I've had two bad experiences I can remember. Like, I can recall easily. And so, just because of that, I would have to say, you're not going to like me for
I
saying
think it's
this.
because of the
I'm going to have to give him a D. Okay? The food, it's great, but...
This is where we're going to have to split off again.
I'm just saying,
Sorry,
dude.
listeners. We're going to have to disagree on this one. So I'm going to give them a D, and I'm going to put a little orange line next to this so you know that this is for Oranginal Content. So there's his opinion. He thinks it's a D. I can't disagree with him because of the bad experiences that he's had. But like I've said, when I have had bad experiences with Chick-fil-A, they've always been really nice about it, or they've tried to comfort me in some way, or give me like a gift card or something, or a free sandwich to make up for my time. And because of that, I can't give them a D. Maybe a C plus or C plus 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 plus, like right on the verge of B. But I could not give them a D. So with that being said, guys, I've never had a bad experience with Chick-fil-A. Their meat from Chick-fil-A, they're not some place that I wonder whether or not I'm getting Sally's cat or Sally's kitten from down the street ground up into my
gosh. The people in the comments are going to eat you up for that.
my nachos or something.
Peter's
like
going to come after you.
I'm not
Just so you
saying
know.
that they do. I'm just saying I don't have to wonder.
Just for those thoughts, they're gonna
They're gonna come after
they're gonna make you pay.
my very low subscribe to channel with no videos on it. But so anyway, I'm just gonna say that I wonder about the other places. I don't wonder about Chick-fil-A. Now I do wonder when I get a Chick-fil-A sandwich and there's like a really thick like chicken breast in there, like maybe there was like some hormones in this chicken. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I feel like this chicken breast shouldn't be this big, but
I wouldn't be asking those questions about Chick-fil-A. I think it's perfectly fine for Chick-fil-A. I would be asking about any other restaurant because it's not a full white breast meat. You know, it's not all like, you know how when you tear the meat, it's
yeah, you can
it's
tell
stringy,
like
you
the
know?
stringy.
It's not all
When you
grounded
get like a
up.
McChicken, for example, you try to see where the strings are, you won't find them. you get like it's like more like applesauce texture for a McChicken.
Well, we'll talk about
But
McDonald's.
we'll talk
in a
about
minute.
that later.
But
I think we can segue into McDonald's after
yeah.
I give you guys the rating.
But I want to say this right quick before you give that rating. If it wasn't for that experience, because listen, I'm basing this off of my worst experience at that joint, and I don't know. Like even at this point today, I don't know if he tampered with the food, and because of that, I can't really.
No, this is my rule. If I'm dealing with somebody that's giving me an attitude, or I have to argue with somebody about giving me food, I want store credit or a gift card or something. I don't want like them to go back there and make me something, because who knows what they did to the sandwich. Even if somebody has a slight attitude to me and I'm going through the drive-thru, I'll just pull out of the drive-thru. I'll go somewhere else. I'm not going to take the chance. I'm not going to roll the dice.
Those are smart words to live by, and I should have taken your advice.
I don't know if I've ever told.
I could have came back to 2 days later to.
Yeah, you
to
could
pick
just
it
come
up,
back
but-
or come back at a different time when different people are working.
Exactly.
It might not remember your face,
Yeah.
but with
So
that
what
being
would you rate
said, I give Chick-fil-A a D. It's in the same category for me, but as Dairy Queen.
I probably
Solid
would have
B.
given it that rating if it weren't for that experience. But yeah, sure, B. Hey, and if you've had an experience like that at Chick-fil-A, like leave your comments below, or at any of these restaurants that we've listed so far. Let's go ahead and move
So
on
I feel like I
to.
should mix it up a little bit. This one should be pretty interesting, maybe. Wendy's.
Okay.
So, I saw H3H3 because I saw their video before I did this one. Give Wendy's I think either a B or A. Now, come on, guys. Come on, guys. It's better than most places at that price range, I think. It's better than most places.
Well, I'm
but
gonna have to give you some some things that I'm upset about, because I'm upset about a lot of things from Wendy's. Their food is good, I'll admit that, but again, there's just some decisions that they're making that I'm just fuming over. And one includes their nuggets and the prices of their nuggets and the amount of nuggets you get at that price range for those nuggets. So I'm telling you now, and the people that are watching me right now probably did not know this at the time, but or maybe some of them are old enough to remember. But you used to get 5 nuggets for $1.
I feel like
5 nuggets for 99 cents.
I feel like that's
now you get 4 nuggets
or something in general.
How much is the price for nuggets?
Remember,
it's been a long time since I've been there.
But the time period you're talking about, you could get a Twix for 50 cents at Walmart. This was the time when Wendy's chicken nuggets were 5 for $1, I feel like. Now, if you want to get a Twix at Walmart, I think you're paying like 89 cents, maybe 90 cents, maybe even $1 for just a normal sized Twix in the front of Walmart.
Well, I've noticed that the candy bars the prices are always fluctuating. It's never the same. But yeah, I agree. Sometimes, the price has jumped quite a bit. But on a seasonal time frame, you might get a Twix bar for 60-something cents.
Yeah, well, on
sure, it's not 50, but
I don't know. I don't see regular priced.
Oh, did you say clearance?
Yeah, I said on clearance.
Oh, okay.
Clearance.
But I wouldn't make that comparison because Wendy's, oftentimes, certain products on a dollar list or whatever, they shouldn't change. I know over time, a lot of companies are doing some shady stuff and they're slowly cutting back the amount of fluid ounces or ounces each of their products are. I get that. But Wendy's, you just did -1 and you gave us, I guess you're charging the same amount. Maybe it's $1.29. Do you remember?
I think it's $1.29 now.
For 4 nuggets, guys.
For 4 nuggets, yeah.
4 nuggets. I have to look this up because I'm not even sure what the price is. I am very curious. I don't even know. Or maybe... Okay. What does this say? And there's this big thing about Wendy's going on Twitter roasting people. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh man, that might just change
kind of
everything for my rating. I just remembered that. I'm glad he brought that up because that changes everything.
So first you change the prices of the nuggets. I mean, the nuggets are great. Don't get me wrong. I love them more than the ones from McDonald's or Burger King combined. But still, it's like you're charging more. You're giving us less. What is your problem? So they don't have the prices listed on the internet. So they have 4-piece and 6-piece nuggets. I'm assuming the 6-piece is $1.60 or something. Let's see. 4-piece nugget price Wendy's. I need to know this because I think it's very important. Okay, yeah, 4-piece chicken nugget is 99 cents. And then if you get a 6-piece, and you already know people are going to get the 6-piece nuggets. They want more nuggets. So they're going to pay $1.79 for 6 nuggets. Is that a good deal? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I can't comment on that. I don't.
You used to get 10 nuggets.
I feel like they're pushing this 4 for 4 thing at Wendy's, where they want you to get any combination of the things that would be $1.29, except they'll be $1. So you're paying $1 each instead of $1.29, I think. And that's where they're trying to get you to buy more, to supposedly spend less.
I have to agree, because I used to get the 4 for 4 all the time. And again, it was that I don't eat that much, and so for me, I could finish all of that, and be full. But if you're a hungry guy, like if you eat a lot of food, if you like eating like 2 Big Macs and a large fry and a large drink or an extra large drink, maybe a jumbo sized drink or whatever, you're not going to be pleased with the amount of food you get for $4 from Wendy's for the 4 for 4 deal. Just as simple as that. And so, while did you seriously put that in the F category?
I'm just leaving it there for suspense.
Oh.
I don't know what you're gonna rate it. I know what I'm gonna rate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because I'm really brutal for these sins that these companies are engaging in. I'm really upset at Wendy's for doing that, because Wendy's was my go-to place for nuggets ever since they did the -1 on the nuggets. I have been upset.
Yeah, I do.
I've
remember.
never when was the last time I went to Wendy's? It's a long time ago, because I just couldn't stand for that. And it's like Apple with removing their headphone jack. Believe it or not, it takes a lot of pain from me when I see a company cutting back a very critical thing in my life. It's just, no, please don't do that. So for that, I would have to give you a strong D, because again, you're just making the wrong decisions. Your food's not even up to par in certain categories. I mean, I like your seafood. Your sea salt French fries. They're okay. I like the nuggets. They're good. But other than that, I think everything else is kind of. Burgers are.
I think we have two. I have to make another category, so I can agree with you on the D.
But I have to say, their burgers are better than McDonald's. So much better than Burger King.
So I'm gonna agree with you and give them
maybe
a D. A D. Okay, C's fine with me too. Either D or C, I'm fine with for Wendy's. I'm not
add another nugget, okay, and we'll be cool, Wendy's. We'll put you back up to A. But until you add another nugget, I'm not switching that at all. I mean, you guys are just average or below average.
So you're giving them a C. I'm fine with that, but up here in the S category, we're going to be having something very important happen up here. So I'm going to put...
What is he going to do?
Wendy's Twitter account in S category. Because they're out there just roasting people as like a real company. I just think that's funny. So I'm going to have to put
I don't think it's nice, but
Wendy's Twitter account.
That's your rating.
Now, this is not Oranginal Content's opinion. This is just mine. But I'm going to put Wendy's...
Just the Twitter account itself.
Twitter account.
Because they're actually trying,
up there.
They're actually somebody that they've hired. Again, another marketing firm has, probably...
At least for the one tweets that I've seen. Now, there may be some tweets out there that are controversial. I'm not endorsing every tweet, obviously, but there's a few funny ones.
No, well, they probably added some really hip kid from Meme Universe or whatever to go out there.
Universe.
I don't know.
Deep off into
they probably hired, paid him $1 million to just,
sit and run their account. Probably. I mean,
I
don't know about $1 million.
Yeah,
but,
probably not. I'm obviously just joking about that.
Let me see. So we are almost how far into this podcast? Like an hour, probably.
Yeah, let me put the timer back on here.
Only like
we're 58 minutes in.
We're probably like only 40% done. This is maybe
it's gonna be a long video. If you guys are still listening, thank you so much for supporting the channel.
There's a lot left on this thing right here.
Well, let's kind of speed it up.
Jesus. So let's try to keep these next couple ones to like 5 minutes or less.
Sure.
So next up, we're gonna go to Chipotle.
I was about to do the Jeopardy theme song, and then until I realized some people have gotten copyright claim for just humming a tune. So let's not do that. Wow, that's a big logo. Oh, I think he's okay. You remember the percentage? Okay. Alright, perfect.
So, how do you feel about Chipotle?
Oh, man. Dude, I've had nothing but great experiences at Chipotle.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised. So far, it's been a lot of bashing. I feel like it's going to be bad.
This is going to be one of those higher-ups. Like, I've never had... I know they had a whole bunch of controversy among, like, just having the food exposed. I know Swoozy. I don't know if you remember Swoozy. He did a few videos talking about Chipotle, how they have like flies flying around their food. I've never experienced that. I love their quesadillas. Amazing. But I have to hit them where it hurts. And it has to do with the meat that they use. And I want to say that the steak that they use, it's not that good. The last time I went there, I always get chicken. But whenever it comes to steak, And
It's not that good.
I can't actually remember whether it's a steak or if it's chicken.
Oh.
I was like really confident that it was steak, but maybe it's the chicken that tasted really like not up to par. Other than that, I've had nothing but great experiences. It's way better than Taco Bell in terms of quality, in terms of consistency, in terms of the whole atmosphere. The people that go in there, hey, I don't mind waiting like an hour or so in line to get Chipotle food. It's great.
Well, listen
It's
up,
worth
guys.
that waiting. It's worth the price.
I'm not waiting an hour for any food. I don't care if it's a 5-star restaurant. I'm leaving if I'm waiting an hour for some food and I'm hungry.
Well,
there's
hey, that's
no
you.
way.
That's you. Me,
There's no
I'm hungry.
way.
I got plenty of time. Or I guess you can order it online because I've seen people place orders online. They've gotten their food just like that. Hey, you know. So
Like if I have to wait 30 minutes for food, I'm leaving. I'm going somewhere else.
well, I'm saying I've never had to wait at Chipotle for an hour, but if I said that if I had to,
I mean,
if
I get
had
what you mean.
to,
I get what you mean.
I would
Yeah.
definitely.
It's good.
I would wait an hour to get Chipotle over Chick-fil-A. That's how. That's what I'm talking about here. If I'm craving
no.
Chipotle and you got Chick-fil-A here and their line is so empty, like there's literally no line at all. Their line is empty. There's nothing. There's nobody standing in line at all. I will still go to Chipotle. Same with Domino's Pizza. Little Caesars. Well, no, that's your rating. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So with that being said, if I was rating Chipotle, I would have to give them an S. No doubt about that.
Well, I'm
food is so
very
good.
okay with an S for Chipotle. With that being said, quality food, I could eat it. Maybe if I had to, I could eat it like 3-4 times a week. If I had just money to spend on Chipotle every single couple days like that. But it's not even that expensive, to be honest. Now that I think about it, like it actually might be cheaper than Chick-fil-A if you just get a burrito or just get a tacos or whatever,
Yeah.
and you don't get a drink or anything else.
In their
It might be
food,
cheaper.
I'm telling you, any combination that you configure at Chipotle, it's good.
Yeah,
I've never tried like I don't know what that thing is called. I guess it's what is it a taco salad or whatever.
Oh yeah, I
Have
know
you
what you're talking about where it's like a bowl.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And
Okay,
then
I guess it's
got,
called
like,
a
all that
bowl.
stuff, yeah.
I've never gotten that, but every
Yeah,
time I
those
have
are
a
good,
friend or somebody that I know gets that, and they ask me if I want to try it, I say sure, and I eat it, and I'm like, wow, this is good. Like I've never ordered this. I always get the quesadillas, but this is actually pretty good. So I'm very shocked at how Chipotle is just, oh man, they're just winning all the time. Even though at some point I'm gonna purchase a bowl, but I guess I'm just basic, so I always get the same
So
thing.
next up, we're both agreeing on S for Chipotle, because I agree with that. We're gonna do Subway. Now, this is something else that I saw in the H3 podcast where I was like, "Come on now, you're giving Subway
Now,
a B?"
I
I think it was a B. I'm sure I would have had a problem if it was a C or lower. So I'm giving away what I'm going to rate it right now. But Subway tastes like rubber. Like if you gave rubber a little bit of flavor and you put it on some ice cold bread with some ice cold lettuce and an ice cold tomatoes. You must keep a Subway at all times 60 degrees. I feel like that's like a rule of Subway. It can't be above 60 degrees or the store has to shut down.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if anybody out there enjoys Subway. Subway is just terrible.
I'm
That's all
a
I have to say
closeted
about that.
Subwayer. You probably didn't know that, but
I mean, I don't know if I put Quiznos on here, but Quiznos is better than Subway.
okay.
I'm just going to say that right now. Quiznos
can I
is better
interject?
than Subway. Okay, let's go ahead.
All right, so first off, I want to say yes, I am a closeted Subwayer. I'm in love with Subway, but it's solely because I only get one thing. I always get a sub sandwich. I always get the spicy Italian. That means it's whatever I get. It's $5. That's it. I know people are like, "What happened to the $5 footlong?
I don't
Where's
think,
it
I
at?
don't,
Where's
I don't
it
think
at?"
they have it anymore.
I'm like,
then.
dude, get the spicy Italian. You're good.
So that's $5.
Every time I go to Subway, I always get the spicy Italian. I always get nothing but lettuce, spinach, and then olive oil, vinegar, and then salt and pepper, and that's it. Oregano sometimes, but that's it. That's it. Like, I don't put tomatoes on it. I don't put, well, sometimes I put tomatoes, but occasionally I'll put some other stuff like bell peppers, but that's it. Now, I hear what people are saying, like, everything on the menu tastes the same. Well, maybe it's because you order the same thing all the time, and maybe that's why it tastes the same. That's why a turkey sandwich tastes the same as a spicy Italian sandwich. Or maybe that's why a BMT or BLT, whatever you want to call it, tastes the same as a spicy. I don't know. But when people say that, I'm like, okay, so what is your purchasing history? Do you ever change up your order? Or, I mean, you could say the same thing about McDonald's. Like, everything on the menu tastes the same. Because we haven't gotten to McDonald's yet, but we'll get there. But Subway,
that one for
but I have to admit,
probably.
Subway, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Rubbery, cold, everything's 60 degrees, but I have to disagree with you on the front that, you know, if you're a college student and you want a sub to last you, at least for me,
I had Subway many times. Twice a day, 3 times a day, maybe 4 times a day, a few times.
Wow.
And I'd have to say, I mean, if you need to eat, like if you needed food, it's food, I guess. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right, well, it's good for the value. Now, if you get anything other than the spicy Italian, that's on you. But I have to bring up the poor experiences I've had at Subway, because I can't just, you know, say how good the food is and then not, you know, follow it up by the cons. The situations that I've been in that have made me want to just walk out of the store and say, F you, F this, and then, you know, just keep my sandwich, I'm walking out.
Yeah.
I haven't had to do that, but I've been in situations where I felt like that. Some situations where, you know, I'm asking for lettuce. Hey, I just told you my order. I get spicy Italian, I get lettuce, spinach, and that's it. Okay, and then some condiments, but, you know, other than that, it's just spinach and lettuce. And when I tell them, hey, I need some lettuce, they sprinkle a little bit. And then I say, hey, can I get some more lettuce? They sprinkle a little bit.
No,
and I say,
when
hey, I
there-
eat like a rabbit, okay? Put a whole bunch of lettuce on there. And I have to say that, I have to spell it out. And sometimes, you know, rarely have I had this happen to me, but some people are like, okay, are you going to pay extra for some extra? I'm like, do you want me to pay for a sandwich? Like, I'll just leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I've been in that kind of situation before, but it's only once.
Thankfully for you that they make the sandwich right in front of you. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In those situations,
Yeah.
but that's a rare problem, because most of the time they give you too much of everything. Like, I've had sandwiches packed like to the brim of like not being able to be closed.
But isn't that a good thing? Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, Subway, like I said, I can't give it anything higher than a C. I can just give it a C, and that'll be all I can do with that. I mean, you can do
and I would
different.
have to agree with you, because I've been to Subway probably a million times, and
Same.
I obviously can't remember all of the horrible experiences, I've had. But I have seen in reports where, hey, Subways are almost at every single corner. I know when I was in Washington D.C., they had Subways everywhere, and you know, I think that's a problem, because you're oversaturating the areas with Subways. You know, hey, you can easily make a sandwich. Just go to Walmart, you know, and you can save yourself a lot of money. So just the practicality of a Subway and the laziness that's involved at a Subway. Like, dude, just go to Walmart, buy your own ingredients, like, you know, and make a fresh sandwich yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, if you're in a hurry and, you know, you didn't pack lunch or whatever, yeah, I get it. But if you're at home and you're like, man, I'm sure crazy Subway, just go to Walmart down the street.
Nobody says that.
a Food
I have
line.
to interject. Nobody says that. Man, I'm sure craving some Subway. I have $100 in to spend on food or something, and I just need Subway right now, or whatever amount of money it is. Let's say you have any amount of money that you want to spend on some takeout.
Yeah.
You're not saying, man, I can't wait to go to Subway. Nobody says that. It's like, man,
I'm sure there's somebody
it's like,
out here
man,
it's like that.
it's like, man,
But
I don't want to spend any money. Let's go to Subway. That's what that is usually.
But again, yeah, I agree with you on that C rating. I think that's it's okay. So, what is the next place on the list?
next up, I have to say one of the worst food chains.
Oh
One of the worst places I had. I have to say, even I'm trying to look up. No. We gotta save this one. All right, so Burger King. Let's go to Burger King.
All right, yeah, sure.
So for me, Burger King, 10-piece nugget or
Oh yes.
fillet of fish. I used to like that, or like the little chicken sandwiches that look like a sub. Those are good. I guess a lot of people like Whoppers from there. And so for me, I just would have to say Burger King. For the 10-piece nugget, I have to give it a B. $1.50 for a 10-piece nugget, I have to give it a B.
Okay, I can see.
Just for price. Just for
now,
price.
I have to admit, I did bring this up when I was talking about Taco Bell a few moments ago, or almost maybe an hour ago. I mentioned how Burger King sometimes, I mentioned how Taco Bell, the food doesn't go right through me like Burger King does.
Mm-hmm.
Burger King, maybe it was the exact one that I was eating at, because I've never had this problem at any other establishment. But the Burger King that I went to near my university, it was like, man, every time I ate a Whopper, every time I had the spicy nuggets, the food went through me, man. It was like I was invincible, and the food had to get out of my system. So I don't know maybe they're putting laxatives in their food at the Burger King that I went at. I don't know. But with that being said, that was like the worst experience I've had at a Burger King. Because all the times that I've been to Burger King, I've had great experiences. Like, the food is great. Their French fries are trash. I'll have to say that it's a known fact. The French fries at Burger King, I think they've changed the recipe a million times. Their fries are bad. They're just bad.
I just realized what you just said.
The chicken fries are good.
French fries from Burger King.
Oh.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make people angry right now. The French fries from Burger King are better than the French fries from McDonald's.
Hold on, wait, what?
I said the French fries from Burger King are better than the French fries from McDonald's.
I think there's something demented about what you just said.
I'm gonna say it again for you guys.
Oh man, you're gonna stir up
the French
whole
fries
fight
from
in the comment
Burger
section
King
right now,
are better than the
believe
French
what you're
fries
saying right now.
from McDonald's. And
Not true.
I'm gonna come back to that when we get to McDonald's. I'm gonna tell you why.
Not true. But anyway, back to what I was saying. When I was a kid, I used to get the Whopper from Burger King. And guess what I ordered on the because you used to be able to customize your Whopper the way you wanted it, and they actually said have it the way you want it, or something like that. Burger King, have it your way. That used to be their slogan.
Something
I don't
like
know if it still is.
Yeah, have it your way.
Excuse me, because they used to allow you to customize your burger, and I think you still can. Actually, at any place. But the Burger King that I went to, I used to get only a few things in my burger. Kind of like, I used to get a few things at Subway. But I used to get the burger, the patty, the lettuce, and mayo, and that was it. I think that was it. Sometimes I would get cheese on it too. But I realized if you're paying the Whopper price, like, you better get the Whopper experience, right? You better get everything on the Whopper, the tomatoes, the lettuce, everything. The onions. I want the Whopper experience. And guess what? I started getting the entire Whopper, and I didn't realize how big the Whopper became once you put all that stuff back on the burger. So ultimately, I've noticed that the quality of the Whopper has been falling. It has been falling like a rock, a rock that had just, it was at a certain time. It was like, it was up there, but it just couldn't stay up there. Nobody could continue to hold the light.
Well,
but I'm saying that because what did come of it, because I stopped eating at Burger King for a while.
Okay.
I came back because they had $1 10-piece nuggets. Now, Wendy's, I would like to see a comeback like that. I would like to see that. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what Burger King is putting in these nuggets that make them cost $1 for 10 pieces.
Yeah,
but that is amazing.
Yeah.
But recently, Burger King released something better. $1.50 spicy nuggets. Now, remember, I just mentioned, or I have to reiterate one thing. I said $1.50. They did raise the price 50 cents. But I am perfectly fine with that incremental price increase. And I'll tell you why. You're getting 10 nuggets. At Wendy's, you're getting 4 nuggets. for $1. Now, obviously, flavor and quality is debatable. I'm sure.
But I say that the Wendy's.
Well, I'll say this: if you're at Wendy's and let's say you couldn't eat all your nuggets, which would be kind of stupid because you're getting 4 nuggets, so why would you not finish all your nuggets? Unless you eat like a bird. But if you needed to heat them back up, if they were like cold as a rock and you wanted to heat them back up in your microwave, if you eat them, they taste great. But at Burger King, if you get like 5 orders of 10-piece nuggets and you're like, man, I'm gonna eat these later, and you heat them up in the microwave, they're gonna taste like crap. They're gonna taste like garbage. I'm telling you, they are.
Well, that's not
horrible.
a factor for me because I never heat up fast food like chicken nuggets. Like it's all gonna taste like crap to me. It doesn't matter where it's from. But
Wow.
that's not. I'm not factoring that in, guys. So if you're one of those people that do heat up fast food again after you've eaten it,
Well,
just remember I'm not taking that into account when I'm ranking this stuff because it's gonna all taste nasty to me, so it'll be pointless. But anyway.
some things taste good, some things don't taste good. Like Taco Bell, like it's okay, it's great, you know. A Little Caesars, I mean, pizza that's 2-day old, it's always not gonna taste as good as it does when it comes out fresh out the oven, right?
So
Subway.
anyway, what did you give Burger King then?
Yeah. Well, based on all those factors, and like I said, they came back with the 10-piece nuggets. If they keep that going like for a while, I'll be happy. Like I'll be a happy customer. I'll keep coming back. But if they lose that, I'm not going back there anymore. That's a fact. And their fries, like I said, they're horrible. I can't believe what you just said earlier. That was unbelievable. But
I will never change my
man,
mind.
their fries, like I'll eat them, but then don't expect me to say, man, I'm sure craving some Burger King French fries. I will never say that out my mouth. After I just did. Anyway, I'm gonna have to rate Burger King a solid B because of value, not because of quality. They are kind of lacking in the quality department. But like I said, the worst experience I've ever had is when they, what was it? Well, it was just the nuggets. You know, the nuggets issue. Just microwaving them.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Oh, and also the Whopper. I talked about the Whopper quality going down. So, but overall, I think it's still a B.
All right. So next up, we're going to go to Arby's. Now, for me, Arby's.
That's Little Caesars.
Yeah, this is Little Caesars, but we can just keep talking about. I'm gonna get this fixed, hopefully. But all right. So next we're going.
Man, I remember seeing the. I don't know if any of the viewers out there remember this, but there was a Jon Stewart. There was a Jon Stewart segment. It's called The Daily Show. He had a show on Comedy Central, and he would always take a jab at Arby's. Don't know if you remember that.
No, I've never seen that before, or I might not remember it.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. He always had something snarky to say about Arby's, and he always made it relate to his intestines getting torn up, his stomach like being pumped or something. Don't quote me on these words, but he always had something funny to say. And then at this one point, as obviously a lot of you have known, that Jon Stewart had left Comedy Central. He left the network. He left The Daily Show, and now Trevor Noah took over. But as a goodbye to Jon Stewart, guess what? Guess what Arby's did? Arby's said goodbye, farewell to Jon, and I'm going to play a little clip right now. If you guys look it up, Jon Stewart talking about Arby's, it's crazy stuff. I don't think I've ever had anything from Arby's before. I think I've may have taken a bite out of something, but I really can't talk about what my experience is at Arby's because I don't go there. I don't eat there like I do at I've been to Five Guys 3 times.
All right.
So
well,
I have enough times to talk about Five Guys, but not enough times to talk about
I've been
Arby's.
to Arby's more than 3 times. I'd have to say I've been at least 20 times. So I think I can give an opinion on Arby's. And an opinion on Arby's. But whenever I think about Arby's, I think about high cholesterol and things of that nature. Their food is unnecessarily greasy, I feel. And I mean, it's cheap. I think right now they have
is it really? Because they sound like they're
$1.50 sliders, but this is why I think of high cholesterol, because these sliders are fried chicken, and the breading on this chicken is really thick. You can tell they fried this thing really deep in the deep fryer or whatever they fry it in. Now this chicken is on 2 buns, and the buns are holding the chicken on there with just Swiss cheese. Now this thing's just basically fried chicken, Swiss cheese, and bread. Now all that together is probably not the best for you. I just feel like when I'm eating it, I'm questioning my decision of why I decided to eat Arby's that day. But then I realized that it was $1, so that's why I'm eating it. So I mean, I'd have to say the $1.30 chicken slider from Arby's is probably higher quality than the things that you would get from Burger King or Wendy's or Burger King, Wendy's. What's the other one I'm talking about?
Chick-fil-A.
Not Chick-fil-A. Burger King, Wendy's, and Taco Bell. We've mentioned being able to like pull the strings or whatever out of the chicken. You can tell kind of that it's better quality chicken. At Arby's, you can do that even with the $1.30 slider. So, you know, I mean, I feel like it's better quality, but they fry the chicken too much.
Wait, so tell me, how big are the sliders?
I mean, I can't really describe to the audience how big they are.
Is it
maybe
the size of this?
Maybe like a soda can turned horizontally, but not the whole. Not the whole soda can. Probably like 90% of the soda can. So like from like that.
So that would be the diameter. So just imagine putting a soda can on its side, and then like you just said, 90% of that is the size of the diameter of a slider. So I've never tried Arby's. I'm actually gonna try it this time since you included or just brought that up. You said it costs how much?
$1.30. But this is only during, I think 1 to 5.
Dude, that's
$1.
That is amazing. I'm gonna go to Arby's and try that.
Don't start eating it too much though, because like I said, it's probably not the best for you. It's probably pretty low quality in terms of the grease that they cook it in. I just feel like it's really greasy and stuff. But
gotcha.
For me, Arby's, I just had to give it like a solid. I give Arby's a B. I mean, Arby's, for the price that you pay for it, and I feel like they always have coupons too for their stuff, so you always can find some type of deal there. And you know, it's better quality than Wendy's and Burger King. But Burger King's in the B category again for me just because of price. That's all. But and the French fries, which are better than McDonald's. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing. And
you sneaky you.
We're gonna talk about Hardee's. So Hardee's is the same type of food to me. I'm just gonna say right now, I give Hardee's a B. But you can give your opinion on that.
I'm gonna give my opinion because it's been a while since I've been to Hardee's.
I've been there. Carl's Jr. I think if you're on the West Coast or something.
Exactly. I've been there a few times. I've been there actually a lot in years prior. I haven't been to Hardee's this year. I haven't been to Hardee's last year. But last time I've experienced Hardee's was amazing. Unfortunately, they closed one down near where I live. So the Hardee's experience has been diminishing for me for a while now. They've actually closed a few down in this area. So I'm very saddened by that, but that's kind of demotivated me to going to Hardee's. But one thing I can remember getting is, I believe their chicken sandwiches, they were good. Their chicken tenders, especially with the honey mustard sauce, that was amazing with the barbecue too.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Amazing,
I know you're talking
great.
About, yeah.
Chicken tenders are amazing. I don't know what they do to them, but it's like, oh wow, oh. So I would have to give them, a strong B. Nothing bad to say about
I'd
it.
have to
They
agree.
always made good food. I don't know why people. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's on people's radar.
So
now,
speaking of,
I have to say this though, because I am not a fan of their advertising, At least the older advertising. 'Cause I had to bring this up because
wait, are we talking about the?
We're talking
the ones
about
where they're like sitting on the car and like eating a burger and it's like women or something.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like,
I mean,
I can do without the ads. I don't know who they're targeting. I don't know who their target demographic is because guess what? I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are into that, but that doesn't make me want to get a burger.
I'd have to disagree with you on that one. I think that
at least for me, it doesn't make me want
to. Were high quality in nature, and I would have to say 10 out of 10 would watch the ad again. But anyway, guys.
Okay. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe I have an innocent mind. I don't know. But to me, I feel like if a kid watched that on the TV,
now I don't think it's good for everybody. Now. Yeah. But I've only ever seen those Carl's Jr.'s ads during like South Park or like Family Guy or Late at Night or on the late night news or Adult Swim. I haven't seen them in the middle of the day a lot, like maybe during the Super Bowl or something. But I don't remember ever seeing them like at 1 o'clock in the evening or something or 3 o'clock in the evening.
It just seems kind of raunchy, you know, and just like out of character for a fast food joint to do that. In my opinion. Now, again, there are people that may disagree, and sure, I mean maybe that's what life's all about, right? I'm joking. Anyway,
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that.
But I enjoy the food.
Food's good.
Yeah,
the ads
it's not going to affect my rating because that wasn't really a bad experience. It's just a suggestion, an opinion.
Yeah, I mean it's a valid critique. I mean I think that there's either those type of ads, either those type of commercials where it will be hit or miss. I feel like so. Either you're gonna like them, or you're not gonna like them. Either you're gonna be offended, or you're gonna be like, all right, let's get in the car and go to Carl's Jr. But yeah, speaking of chicken tenders and I guess stuff like that, I'd have to say that I'm gonna talk about the place that supplies the worst chicken that I've ever had, and it's funny because they're called Kentucky Fried Chicken, but their chicken is not good in my opinion. Almost every other place on this list has better chicken than them. I don't know how that's possible, but I guess they're still open. I feel like I haven't seen many
problems.
I haven't seen many lately. I feel like they're getting shut down, but maybe that's just me.
Sometimes I feel like if I don't go to a restaurant, it doesn't exist. That's the way I feel, or that's my mindset. But
yes, it's like that with a lot.
I don't know why that is, but it seems like if I don't go there after a while, because we used to go to KFC a lot.
I feel like KFC is like popular, like maybe in like Louisiana, not even Louisiana. I feel like Popeyes would probably be more popular there. Maybe like Mississippi, they'll want Kentucky.
I would have to say Kentucky's better than Popeyes by a long stretch, but I'm saying that because I've had Popeyes lately, a few months ago. But KFC. No, let me explain why. KFC makes these great. They're called chicken potato bowl things. You know, it has potatoes, mashed potatoes, corn, a little bit of gravy, and chicken. It's good. Now, I don't know if it's healthy. I don't know if it's fresh. But all I know is that it's good. And it's reasonably priced. But again, I haven't been to KFC in a long time, so I don't even know if they still sell that stuff. They used to have a chocolate cake there too. That was like not even that expensive.
Yeah.
And they used to have these like honey barbecue little bites or chicken.
Yeah,
or
those
that
were
was good. I don't know.
Decent. I know.
Do you remember that sauce that they used?
I don't know what sauce it was.
It's like that's what. Whenever I think of KFC, I think of that sauce, and I don't remember. I guess maybe it was because when growing up, my parents just stopped ordering it, and I thought that maybe they stopped selling it, and the sauce is forever forgotten. I don't know, but.
Yeah, I don't think they make those anymore then.
But every time I've been to KFC, I've been getting like chicken breasts and legs, and like I said, I haven't been to KFC in a long time.
If you go to KFC and you get a bucket of chicken,
you just get fried chicken, no barbecue sauce. It's just
the thing that I think they're known for like just selling buckets of chicken with like sides and stuff like that, and their bucket of chicken's nasty. I I can't.
Oh my God. I have to disagree with you. The food is good. I mean,
I can't eat it.
It's been a long time since I've been there again, but the last time I remember, I mean, okay, it wasn't like Bojangles quality, and I don't know if you have Bojangles on that list. But
Bojangles should have been on this list.
Yes.
Listen to me now.
It's a Southern thing, and it's an Eastern thing, and a North Carolina thing. Bojangles, and you should probably put Bojangles on the list.
Bojangles is, I think,
but
most of
I have
the
to admit,
Southern
yes,
East
KFC
Coast.
is dropping the ball in terms of the buckets of chicken, but their side items, hey, it's not bad. You should also have Boston Market on there too. I don't know if you've been to Boston.
I feel like we could have added some more stuff on here, but we're already almost 2 hours into this thing. Now I don't know if we keep adding places, we're gonna be like making a 24-hour food list challenge if we keep going. So I feel
might be the longest food tier list or channel out there. Not channel, because we're not specializing in this kind of stuff, but we might have the longest video on YouTube for this topic. So please give us some love by hitting that like button and also sharing this with your friends, family, whoever. If you find this list controversial, share it, please. This is our first time doing something like this, so maybe next time we'll be a little more thoughtful in terms of rating these, because we might actually go to every one of these restaurants maybe within the year, and we might come back to this list and change some stuff around, right? Or maybe not.
Maybe. Yeah, I'd change everything around except KFC. Unless they change the recipe, I'm not going to be changing my mind. It's nasty. That's all I have to say. So for me, there's not much to talk about. It's nothing good about it.
If
they still had those bites,
the potato bowl thing, the chicken bowl, whatever that thing is called, I don't know what it's called. That thing is okay,
So I feel like we're going to disagree.
If I had to rate that itself, I would give that a C. But then you have to keep in mind that they're not on my mind all the time. And so for that, and then the last time I've had KFC, it has been an okay experience. So I would have to give them a D, because, really.
So I can't give
just
them
the overall
a D.
atmosphere.
I can't give them a D. I'm giving them a
they look
F.
like they're going downhill. I haven't seen them revamp. They haven't really rehashed their company, the exterior of their buildings. All their parking lots always look empty. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So you can get an F, really?
Yes, you're getting an F from me. Okay. I can't budge on this at all.
I would have to say a D, guys.
All right, so
I'm not gonna hurt them that much, but it is what it is.
The day they go out of business is the day that they go out of business. I'm not going to say anything else about it because I want people to keep their jobs and all that. So
exactly.
But it's just not for me. It's not for me. That's all I have to say about that. So with that being said,
all right, what is next?
I think we're getting closer to the end now.
Awesome.
So next up we have Pizza Hut.
Oh my God. Let me be the first to say, when I was in elementary school, we used to have these booklet things. They're called bookets. And basically, it was like a bookmark or whatever. And every time you read a book, or 4 books, you get a booklet a pass, which basically meant you got a free pizza from Pizza Hut. And it was a small pizza box. And maybe they still do that. I don't know if they do, but it's called Bookit. Look it up, or maybe not. I don't know. I haven't really Googled that, so please don't look that up, because I don't even know what would come up. But anyway, Pizza Hut, they had a situation where if you read 4 books or something, you got to get a free pizza. And let me tell you, the pizza was not good. It wasn't anything. It was like one of those frozen out pizzas. That's what it looked like.
I feel like they gave out
at least the images.
At least from what I can remember.
No images.
I feel like they.
Do you remember this? Were you guys in your school in that program?
I feel like they gave out personal pan pizzas.
It was that's what it was.
They didn't give out full
It
pizzas.
wasn't. You see, look at that picture.
And
that was nasty. I mean,
remember them.
It was okay. But, like you eat it, it's food, but it's like. It's not food that it's probably not what you would get if you ordered a large or something. Now, it's been a while since I've had Pizza Hut. I'll be honest with you. But basing it off of the Bookit pizza alone.
Like, this is what they're like. You see that? It looks frozen.
Oh, my God.
Like
That's probably what it is.
That crust looks like squishy, like a sponge. That's not what you want from a pizza.
Not at all.
But it's a free pizza.
And I'm surprised I remembered the book it thing, because, like I said, you would read 4 books. I think you would do some AR testing. If anybody out there remembers the AR testing that we used to do in elementary school, that's what we did. And every time you did an AR test, and I would read the easy books.
I would do like one hard book, I think, and then that would be how I got all my points. I would read the Harry Potter books. Those used to be a lot. I remember, like those would be like 30 points, 40 points. I don't even know. I remember they were a lot. I just read one Harry Potter book. And
I was like, man, I was a free pizza. But even the pizza, like I said, it wasn't that good. I was a kid, and I was getting that crappy pizza. So I would have to, because of that, I would have to say, it's.
Aragon and Aragorn, or whatever
it's so
called.
much.
I used to read that too for those. But anyway, guys, go ahead. Let's get on topic.
For value, because it's been a while since I've been to Pizza Hut, and I don't even know what the prices are like. I would have to say their pizza is probably, I would have to be average, like C, because I'm basing that off of.
As long as it's higher than Domino's, I can go.
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I can go with that. See,
But I was just looking at a picture of the large that you just had on the screen. That actually looked pretty good, but it looked like a doctored pizza
though. The
though.
pan pizza is the good one. I don't like the hand tossed pizza from there. Pan pizza is good from there. The crust is thicker, and yeah.
Alrighty. So what's next?
So next up is Sonic. So next up, Sonic.
Alrighty. How many of you guys are looking forward to that new Sonic movie? Hopefully they'll hopefully Sonic, the franchise that sell drinks and sodas and all that stuff, hopefully they won't be impacted by the bad press from all of this, since they're cursed with having the name Sonic. But anyway, Sonic. Yeah, what is Sonic? What is a Sonic? When I was as a kid actually, I would always think of Sonic as the place to buy Slurpees with the nasty, tasting lumps in the drink, like that red stuff and that blue stuff, and I just didn't know what that was.
Never mind, I was about to say something. But now, just continue what you were saying.
I think I know what you were about to say. But it was like just nasty. Like it was nasty, but it was just the texture itself. It was kind of it was memorable for the wrong reasons. Ultimately, whenever I've gone to a Sub or Sonic, I would always order a coney, a hot dog, and you would think, that's stupid. Why don't you just get a hot dog or a package of hot dogs from the dollar store, and then just cook your own hot dogs, get your own chili and cheese, and make your own hot dog? Well, maybe because I'm lazy, but the fact of the matter is, Sonic, I've never been let down by one of their hot dogs. Now I do have to admit that their hot dogs are probably not as filling as most other establishments. Like the food's not as filling. So, but I would only usually get the hot dogs. I don't think I've ever tried anything else off of their menu. Even though the stuff looks good, I can't base it off of whether it looks good or not. But based on just the hot dogs alone, and tasting those nasty drinks from when I was a kid, I don't even remember if they still sell those. I don't even know if they still sell. I mean, they may.
Yeah, I think they still spell. I think they still sell those icy drinks you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they still have them.
It's like it has like a lemonade.
Yeah, it's like a lemonade texture,
but it's like
but it's like they come in different colors, like red, blue, maybe purple. Sometimes they have like seasonal.
But that was when I was a kid. Now, if I try it today and I love it, I might change my mind about my rating. But based on that experience, based on what I remember, because like I said, I'm basing it off of my worst and my good, I'm gonna have to give it maybe a C. Because like I said, I only had the hot dogs. The hot dogs aren't that bad. So again, that's where I'm at on the list.
And I'd have to say that Sonic they have some good mozzarella sticks. They have like this little box or whatever of something. I feel like it's maybe chicken tenders. I feel like they cost too much. The box of chicken tenders from there, but I feel like they are pretty decent quality. Now, Sonic has good milkshakes, but they're not as good as Dairy Queen in my opinion. So I'd have to agree with the C category for Sonic.
Okay. All right. So what is next?
For for the finale, we're gonna talk about McDonald's.
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Oh, I've had a love-hate relationship with this.
this is not gonna be the finale. Actually, we're gonna talk about Cookout.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Now, this is a place. Now, if you don't live in North Carolina, or I don't know if any other state has a Cookout, but
I mean,
I think
Virginia has it. I think, and plenty of other southern.
Let
states.
us know in the comment section below if you have a Cookout in your state or city or wherever, because we want to know. But here in North Carolina, we have them all over the place, and they are so good. The food is cheap. Anyway, the food is amazing. It's good. I love it. They have great prices. I mean, you can't go wrong. I've never had a poor experience at a Cookout. But okay, I know one thing: they do get robbed occasionally. But at least the one that I live near.
Probably more than occasionally, but anyway.
But I can't recall a bad experience at a Cookout. Like, it's been everything that I've expected. Now, I have come across a little issue, and I have to admit this because, like I said, I have to include the negatives. Cookout does occasionally raise prices. They've raised their prices on their BLTs. They've raised prices on their quesadillas by like 50 cents. I'm not a fan of companies doing that. You know, I understand you're trying to make profits and you're trying to find an easy way to make more money. But when you charge an additional 50 cents per sandwich, if I'm paying $3 for for 2 sandwiches, I'm missing out on an extra sandwich. That's the way I look at it. So I should be paying $3 for 3 BLTs, not $4.50 for 3 BLTs. I should be paying $3 for 3 BLTs. So get that right, Cookout. Now, for that problem alone, I'm giving you an A. But your food is amazing, and it's cheap, and it's good, and it's very consistent. Even your quesadillas are very consistent. It's not even a problem at all.
Well, I'd have to say Cookout is I could give it an A. I feel like the last time I went to Cookout, which was some months ago, I had like an allergic reaction or something to something they put in there. Like, I don't know what it was, but I felt like they made an attempt on my life, and
oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
As they were saying Star Wars, Emperor Palpatine would say.
Wow.
But I mean, besides that, I'd have to say maybe it was just one particular time, or somebody put something in there, or cooked something in the wrong grease or something where it messed it up. But besides that, I could go with the A for that. I wouldn't say that they're consistently anything else but an A for me. Now, if we're just talking about taste, I could go to A. Which is what I'm talking about. So I'm fine with an A for that.
Okay.
So McDonald's.
I mean, you have to admit the value that you're getting from that. Sorry.
And the value too. You get
the value,
you get a lot of
quality,
food there,
and
no matter what
the
you
reliability.
Get,
like maybe reliability is the wrong word to use, but the consistency, it's there. You know, you don't have that problem.
That's very true.
And they're open late too.
Very, very true. I can't disagree with that. So McDonald's is the last thing.
Oh,
and
again, before we even went into Cookout, I was saying that I have a love-hate relationship with McDonald's. I don't know about you, but
I have to say that I have not eaten McDonald's consistently enough to have a love-hate relationship with it. But I do have a hate relationship with it. I'm just playing, guys. It's
it's food. If you're hungry and you need to go down the street and get something.
I mean, it's food.
Hands down, the fries are amazing. The fries are amazing. Before we get into the fight, whether the fries are amazing or not, I want to touch up on a few things here. Number one, when I was younger, I always loved their nuggets. 2, I watched a movie that talked about what's wrong with their nuggets and how they're made and the big issue with them and how they use old chicken. And I used to talk about that at my elementary school all the time. Like, did you know McDonald's nuggets are made from old chicken? Like,
I thought you were going to bring up the infamous photo of the paste, the pink paste.
That too, but also the Super Size Me movie. That's
another popular thing right there too.
That was what stemmed the old chicken thing. And they had a little image of the chicken with a cane walking, if I can remember correctly. That was that was just, like burned into my memory for some reason. I don't know why, but it just was. And I always thought like, wow, I will never be eating chicken nuggets from McDonald's ever again. Lo and behold, years later, I'm eating it, because I don't care. So,
Well,
I don't know why that happened. It's just all of a sudden I started eating them again. But there was a point in my life.
The McDonald's French fries. Now, I don't know.
Well, let me finish. I have to say this because I can't just stop there. I would only get nuggets and French fries. That would be it. When I was a kid. As I got a little older, I realized they have burgers. They have biscuits, they have McGriddles.
Okay, now the biscuits.
They have all that stuff.
There's a chicken biscuit from McDonald's for $2 right now, and I can't lie, that's pretty good.
It is the best thing. I've had biscuits before, and I'm telling you now, I used to hate biscuits, and I was gonna get to the biscuits later, but since you just brought it up, I had to talk about it. See, this guy. He went and ordered a chicken biscuit from McDonald's, and I was like, "You're getting a biscuit? Okay, well I'll get a McGriddle." And so I ordered a McGriddle, and I didn't ask for cheese or eggs. I didn't know you had to ask for cheese or eggs to get on your McGriddle if you want cheese or eggs on your McGriddle. They just gave me 2 pieces of bread and a meat patty, and that's it.
Oh well.
Who does that? You remember that day?
What's supposed to come on a McGriddle? Like, what's supposed to be
It's supposed to be an egg and a cheese, patty, and, that's it. Right?
Oh, okay.
I don't understand why they didn't just do that. But I guess you have to explain to them, yeah, I want these things on my McGriddle. But anyway, we parked, and I was looking at what you ordered, and I was like, what is that? And he was like, well, it's a chicken biscuit. And I was like, really?
I remember what you were talking about, though, because you're like, okay, I was like, how come there's so much chicken in your biscuit and there's not anything hardly in my McGriddle? You're like, I feel like this isn't fair. You got all this chicken and like this biscuit and stuff, and it's warm and all that.
It smelled good too.
And
I was like, golly, let me get one of these. But I didn't just get one. I got 2 because I just wanted to see. Hey, if I didn't like it, I would give it to you, right?
Yeah.
So. But we went for the fruit. I think you were already full, so you didn't even want to eat.
Yeah, I don't think I ate the other one.
But I went for the drive. I took a first bite, and I was like, oh, I fell in love. Like, the meat patty, I mean, don't get me wrong. The meat was okay, but it was mainly the bread. The biscuit
surprised.
itself. That just, it was like, that kissed me and that, like, pulled me in. And that kind of just, embraced me. That just made me feel like, wow, that, they do care. They do care about what they put out there. So, I love their biscuits now. And every time I go to McDonald's, even if it's like 5 in the evening or 4 in the evening or
there's 24-hour breakfast there.
Hey, I get a biscuit. If I'm getting anything, I'm not getting nuggets. I'm getting a chicken biscuit. I'm not even getting French fries anymore.
And the best thing about it is that it's $2 now.
Yeah, it used to be like $2.50 or something.
I think it used to be closer to $3.
Almost $3 a biscuit, which was pretty pricey. But hey, it was good. Now, let's talk about the French fries thing, and then we're gonna talk about the lowest experiences we ever had at McDonald's. And then we're gonna wrap this up. But let's go ahead and talk about the French fries because I feel like you still have a little feud with me in terms of.
I mean, it's not with you. I'm just letting the audience know how I feel about it. I would just have to say that Burger King French fries taste better to me.
Man.
Now, moving away from just the taste of the French fries. This could be true for Burger King French fries as well because they're in the same price range as the McDonald's French fries. But I remember in high school there was this experiment we saw where somebody had left out where somebody had left McDonald's French fries out for I believe it was either 3 or 4 months, just sitting out on the counter, and over 1 month, the French fries looked the same. No mold, no decay or nothing. After 2 months, they look the same. No mold, no decay. After 3 months, they still look the same. Now, I thought about, okay, if I'm going to eat this, what is this going to do to my body? There's obviously a lot of chemicals and preservatives in that to make it stay like that for months. Now, even McDonald's or Burger King food, if you leave it out on the counter, a lot of it will start to mold and go bad. But the French fries in particular from McDonald's, I remember, just would not decay or anything like that. So
I think you're very subjective in your analysis because obviously all these fast food joints on the list, they do something to their food. It's not like it's all fresh.
it's not. But I'm saying there's levels to how much they do to it, probably.
Of course, and I saw recently some video where they actually showed the way they produced McDonald's French fries because a lot of people were wondering, are the French fries real? And from my understanding,
I'm not saying they're not real.
There is a specific French fry. There's a specific type of potato that they use.
Yeah, and
it's only one kind. They don't like switch or crossbreed or anything. They only use one potato and they get it from one provider, I believe.
But there's something they do to it after they get the potato.
Yeah,
it's making it just sit there and not mold or
well,
anything.
Maybe it's the salt. I don't know.
I mean, it's the real. I think the potatoes are real. That's what I think
the potatoes are real.
Yeah.
But of course, there is a step that they go through, and we're not scientists here, and we're not.
I'm not a scientist either.
We're not trying to.
I'm just
too much detail
bringing
here,
up the question.
But I'm sure if you left any of this food out for a long period of time, it has to be very scientific. Whatever research you do, you have to have different.
Well,
samples,
no, not any of it, because the Chick-fil-A stuff will decay in like a couple of days. Because I've accidentally left Chick-fil-A out, and I've seen it get moldy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in less than a week. So I mean, I've seen.
Well, you can't say the same with Burger
Subway.
King or...
Now I don't know if I saw the Subway need decay, but I've seen the bread get moldy and stuff.
Okay.
I've seen Domino's get moldy in less than a week. I've seen Pizza Hut get moldy in less than a week.
Well, hey, things happen.
Now I can't speak to all of them. I don't know, but those are the ones I have seen.
What does that information do for us, though? Does it just say, okay, well, the food breaks down? Are you saying that McDonald's, it just sits in your stomach and it just doesn't break down? I mean, our stomachs are filled with acid. So whatever's going in our stomach, it's gonna dissolve or it's gonna break down. Or it might just come out the end, and but,
I don't want to get too much into all of this, but I'm just saying.
But regardless, whatever's in your stomach, it's not going to sit there for a long period of time.
Certain things do sit in your intestines for a long time, not your stomach. We can talk about that later. You Google that later, but there are things that will stay in your intestines for months, sometimes even more than a year. Wow. But things do go through your stomach, and the acid in your stomach will deal with that. But some things will stay in your intestines for a very long period of time. And
I think I've heard where
your gut health or whatever, your intestine health, a ramen will.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably one of the things that'll just sit in your intestines for a long time. Because it's just like, all it is bread, like low quality bread at that. So it's just like sitting there,
I didn't know that.
Rotting in your stomach. But your intestinal health, you don't want things sitting in there for a long time, is all I'm going to say. Well, I trust the biscuits from McDonald's because it feels like it's somewhat real.
Yeah, and I remember seeing these commercials. Now, you can't base everything off of a commercial or anything off of a commercial. It's just a commercial, right?
Yeah.
But I remember seeing one that showed how this lady was, like, it looked like she was making these biscuits homemade, and they were so nice, and they were so hot and buttery. And the sunshine, I always thought that was so fake and phony, and then come to find out, I'm with you, like, what was it, a year ago, or maybe like
a couple months ago?
Yeah,
a couple months ago.
Not even a year. It was like just a few months ago, because I tried it this year, and I was like, wow, amazing. And so the biscuits sold me. I mean, it's like if I'm going to a store and I'm getting something that costs a little less than $2 or a little bit more than $2, and I'm like, I'm getting a McDonald's. That's like, it's just, it crosses my mind all the time. It always. It's like I'm always gonna get me a chicken biscuit. If I'm getting any from McDonald's, it's not even nuggets anymore. Or it's not. I mean, it's not even. I've stopped getting nuggets for a while. It's not even French fries anymore. It's just chicken biscuits. But I want to talk about, because like I said, first we wanted to talk about the French fry thing, and now we're going to talk about the upsetting side of McDonald's, and then we're going to wrap this up. My experience at McDonald's has been very spread out across the board. I've had great experiences, and I've also had horrible experiences. But the worst experience I've had to deal with, I will still say this: everybody has had, an order or two get messed up, right? It happens all the time. As a matter of fact, I ordered 2 biscuits a few days ago, and they gave me a hash brown. I hate hash browns. But hey, I got a free hash brown.
I think the bad
So
thing.
it was one thing. It was
Oh,
one of
okay,
those
it's
things
free.
where
Okay, that's
hey,
great.
you know, they threw it in my bag. I didn't pay for it. I looked at my receipt. I was like, if I paid for it, then I'm taking this back because I'm not. I hate hash browns.
Hash browns. Yeah, I got you.
But hey, they mess up people's orders all the time. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure if somebody can leave comments in the comment section below, let me know what what situation you've been in. But I remember I was at college and I was riding my bike to McDonald's. And I went to one McDonald's and they were like, "Oh, we're out of chicken biscuits." Just my luck. And so I went down the street and they had another McDonald's like really down the street. It was like a few miles down. And I ordered 2 chicken biscuits and they were like, "Coming right up." By the way, this was a sketchy place. It was like one of those older Walmart establishments. It still had the white lines on the roof and the red roof, and it just looked kind of antiquated. But when I walked into the place, it looked like they were obviously making the drive-through top priority, so they were going through all those orders quickly. And I was there with my bike helmet on, and I was ready to place an order. Had a bag on, and I was like, okay, just waiting. And every time somebody at the drive-thru had their card and was ready to pay, the lady walked over to where I was at, swiped the card on one of the machines, the registers, away from the window, and then walked back to the window at the drive-thru and handed the card back. So I was like always wondering like, why was their machine down or something? But I guess it was. I don't know. But after they went through that whole experience, or I went through that whole experience, the lady finally asked me what I wanted, and I told them, hey, can I get 2 of your crispy biscuit, chicken biscuits or whatever? She's like, okay. And so I waited like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, man.
Wow.
And they finally gave me my order, and then I looked in the bag, didn't think much about it. I saw 2 boxes.
What was that for? 2 boxes?
I saw 2 boxes in my bag. If you have ever gotten a chicken biscuit, you know that they come in wrapped up. They are usually wrapped up, not in boxes. I did not know that. I thought they were like, oh, it's kind of nice, they're putting the biscuits in boxes.
Probably something
so I get some napkins, I throw it in the bag, and guess what? I'm on my way out of the door because I'm like, I don't want to sit here and eat. So I'm going over to the other McDonald's because I had a friend over at the other McDonald's. I didn't feel like walking. I was the only one who brought my bike. So I put the bag in my book bag and I just rode my bike down to the other McDonald's. And when I got there, I sat down with the other person and I dug in the bag and I was like, yeah, it's kind of unusual. They actually put them in the boxes this time. I opened up the box and guess what I saw?
No idea.
They gave me a chicken sandwich from McDonald's. No. So it was actually, with the lettuce, the tomato,
and better quality probably.
From what you may think, it was better quality. I mean, it was $6. So I had
probably
basically $12 of food.
That's what I was about to say.
Instead of almost $4. Yeah. So ultimately, I was like, I guess I can't complain. Yeah. And so, my friend was like, yeah, go ahead and try it. And if it's not good, then just tell them that you want a different thing. And I tried telling them at the McDonald's that I was at, hey, they kind of messed up my order at the other place, But I'll get into that in a minute. But I took a bite into the sandwich, and let me tell you, it was horrible.
Oh wow!
The bun was bad. The tomato was bad. I tried taking a second bite. I was like, oh,
actually, I'm not surprised.
This is horrible. And then I tried taking a third bite. I was like, I gotta make this work because it can't be that bad. I mean, it's $6.
Did the other person like it?
And,
Did the other person like it?
I didn't even let them try it. Like, they didn't even ask.
Oh, okay.
But it was like, oh my goodness, like why even, like really, like so I gotta go back and get what I wanted. Even though this is like, just because something costs more doesn't mean it's better. I found that out the hard way. But anyway, so I tried looking up on my phone the phone number to this establishment. I called them up, no answer. Called them up a second time. No answer. Called them up a third time. I know they're open. I called them up almost 10 times. No answer. And I told the McDonald's people that the one that I went back to, I told them, hey, you got a McDonald's down the street that's not even picking up their phone. Can you guys get in contact with them? They were like, no, we can't.
Yeah, that's how it is these days. They try to avoid talking to you on the phone.
Yeah. So ultimately, I got right back on my bike, rode all like I don't know, it was like several hours, not hours, several miles down the street, and I went back inside the place. I was a little fuming, you know. I was fuming quite a bit because I was like, "You guys don't have a phone," you know. I was thinking that in my mind. I didn't ask them if they had a phone or not, but I looked around and I told them, "Hey," or the lady came up to me. She's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I was like, "I placed an order on 2 chicken biscuits. And you guys gave me sandwiches, and I wanted biscuits." And another thing, I asked for a receipt, and when the lady asked or took my order, she didn't give me a receipt. I'm assuming she didn't hear me. I think she did hear me, but
yeah,
I have a feeling they were doing some shady business. But that's just me. But ultimately, they fixed my order. But then, it was just really inconvenient. They didn't really tell me, oh, do you want to come back at a different time? Like, if they had said that, I would have held on to the sandwiches that I had. Probably would have made it work, but I probably would have just thrown them away or given them to somebody because it was just kind of hard to eat those. I've never had anything bad to say about almost all of the establishments on this list. Like, not all of these places have good food, obviously. There's only a handful of them that I can think of that I can eat anything off the menu, like Chipotle. There's a reason why it's an S category. I can eat almost anything at Chipotle. I hate guacamole, but guess what? I'll eat it from Chipotle. It's okay, because I know it's good.
Yeah,
Cookout. Hey, I can eat almost anything on their menu. It's actually pretty reasonable. It's pretty tasty. I would have to say that the caveman pizza guy, Little Caesars.
I don't know if that's a caveman. I think that's a Roman or
okay,
or something like
Caesar.
that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or Greece, somebody from a Greek person.
Gotcha.
I don't.
I always thought he was a
Rome or
caveman
Greece,
because I
don't
saw
know.
him holding a stick with the.
That's like a spear.
I gotcha.
think. Either Rome or Greece. I don't know. I'm not about to. Don't hold me to that, guys.
Well, anyway, Little Caesars, there's some stuff that I just, it's great, but.
Okay,
again,
so McDonald's, what would you give it? We're getting off topic.
I'm sorry, yeah. In terms of McDonald's, because of those experiences, I'd have to say they're not consistent all the time with their quality.
Okay, so
wait,
customer
hold
service.
on. I'm sorry. Back up. They are consistent with their quality. I take that back. What I just said. I'm mixing it up with the consistency with correct orders. I think they are dropping the ball when it comes to making sure the orders are correct. They really need to work on that. A lot of the items in their list, they just need to fix some of the food that they're serving, because the nuggets, they're not always the best flavors. They don't have the best flavor out there, and also their chicken sandwiches, they need some work. But I'm always going to come back for their chicken biscuits. Those are just way too good to pass up. So in all honestly, I'm going to have to give them an A, because it's just me.
All right, so you're going to have to give them an A. I'm going to have to disagree with you on this one. Unfortunately, the chicken biscuits are, in fact, good, but I would have to say that that's not enough for me. I feel like I said, the French fries, they're
You know what?
debatable.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. Whatever you rate it, I'm gonna follow you.
The customer service varies wildly.
Yeah.
Extremely.
I'm sorry.
From McDonald's to McDonald's.
For a split second, I forgot about the whole experience I just talked about. Because of that bike ride, because of the amount of wrong orders that I've had to deal with, because they gave me hash browns even though I didn't order it, and because I wasn't charged for it. Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, it's not always consistent, like I said. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be giving it an A. Probably at most a C. Because it's pretty much average for me.
Yeah, I'd have to give it a C as well.
I'm sorry, McDonald's. Your chicken biscuits, it's not gonna fool me. I mean, it can't. It's not gonna balance out if I give it an A, and because of all the downsides, it's just doesn't work that way. So, yeah. So ultimately, I think this is it, right?
Yeah, I'd say this is all. Hope you liked the video. Go check out Oranginal Content's channel. I'll have more podcasts coming up in the future. I'll be doing some more tennis podcasts and things of that nature. I might do something about the NBA Finals coming up, and I'll just see what works on this channel.
And before you click off, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're aiming for 5 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button. Also, like this video, share it with one of your friends or whatever. We know this video is very long, but guess what? We had to put so much detail into this because, hey, it's our experiences. You guys have your own experiences, and if you feel inclined to, leave a comment down below. Tell us about your experience. We want to know. And we might even share it in our next podcast, your experiences, and talk about the craziest ones. And don't just make something up, but be honest about your experiences. Because guess what? A lot of us deal with a lot of crap. And, I've dealt with a lot of crap. And this is just not even scratching the tip of the iceberg. So just keep that in mind. Here we go. Thank you so much. And I guess you can close with that.
Yeah, that's all, guys. Until next time.